Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear middle 3 students, today we are going to revise or make a quick revision by answering some questions on lesson 2 in unit 1. This lesson concerning about the speed of chemical reactions. Revision بتاعتنا النهارده هتكون some questions and answer based on what we already studied in lesson 2. Let's start with some questions. Mention 3 different reactions with different speeds in our life. Actually, احنا عندنا في المنهج four types of reactions with 4 different speeds. We are going to start with the fireworks, which take a very short time, which is very fast. The second one is the soup making, caustic soda, which is NaOH or sodium hydroxide, added to some oils. And this may take to happen a short time, maybe a few hours or something, to complete the reaction and to make the soup. So this is another type of reaction and with different speed. The third one is the rusting of iron or iron rust. The iron rusting may take several months or 2 or 3 years, for example. So this is a little bit slower reaction, or we can say this is a slow reaction between iron and the oxygen in a humid air. The fourth type, which takes millions of years inside the earth to form petroleum oil, and it takes by the compositions of some old living organisms and some of the things inside the earth crust to make the oil. And this takes a million. So millions of years means that this is a very slow reaction. We have 4 different types of reactions in our life. Let's go to another type of question. Complete the following equation. Then mention how can you measure the speed of this reaction practically. تعالوا أول واحد. Sodium hydroxide, which is NaOH plus copper sulfate. هنا ممكن الموضوع يتم بمنتهى السهولة عن طريق double substitution. الدبل substitution. ازاي الكلام ده يتم؟ بمنتهى البساطة هلاقي ان ال Na هيجي مكان ال Cu وال Cu هيجي مكان ال Na. Don't forget that copper sulfate is a blue color بس solution. Blue color ايه؟ solution. اوكي؟ يبقى هنا Na هياخد ال SO4 هتديني Na2SO4 وال Cu يعني ده هيبقى هنا Na2SO4 وال Cu هياخد ال OH يبقى CuOH O2 OH O2 تمام؟ ال CuOH O2 هيبقى بلو برضه بس بلو بريسبتيت هيترسب تحت. اوكي فبلو كولر بريسبتيت غير بلو كولر سوليوشن مختلف شويه. طيب how can we measure the speed of reaction practically؟ احنا متفقين ان the speed of reaction لازم تكون by disappearing the blue color solution or appearing of blue precipitate. يعني rate of disappearing the blue solution or blue color solution or the rate of appearing of precipitate. يا اما ده يا اما ده. تمام؟ طيب تعالوا نشوف بقى لو احنا عندنا هنا الانسر بتاعتنا. الانسر هتبقى بالمنظر ده Na2SO4 CuOH2. This is a blue precipitate. Speed of chemical reaction can be measured practically by the rate of disappearance of blue color of copper sulfate, blue color solution, or the rate of appearance of blue precipitate of copper hydroxide. تمام. Third questions. some questions are from give reason parts. The reaction between sodium chloride solution and silver nitrate solution is from fast reaction. تعالوا نشوف كده الصوديوم مع كلورايد والسيلفر مع نيتريت هنلاقي positive negative ions. يبقى هنا positive ion مع negative ion، هنا positive ion مع negative مش عايز اقول ion هقول negative group، وبالتالي هنا ions. So the reaction takes place between ions. يبقى احنا اتفقنا ان ال kind of bond effect on the speed on the chemical reaction لو هي ionic bond تبقى faster than covalent bond. ودي واضحه جدا. Ionic faster because it takes place between ions. يبقى الإجابة هتكون إيه؟ This reaction is fast because it takes place between ions that are resulted from dissociation of each of them in water. That dissociation of water هيديني Na positive و Cl negative و dissociation هيديني Ag positive و NO3 negative. Using nickel fillings in hydrating oil instead of piece of nickel. طبعا الفرق كبير هنا. ليه؟ لأن النيكل فيلينجز أو البودرة بتاعت النيكل أو النيكل باودر السيرفيس اريا exposed to the reaction معرضة لأنها تعمل reaction much more than piece of nickel. النيكل الجزء الخارجي بس هو المعرض للرياكشن، لكن الجزء الداخلي ما بيوصلوش الرياكتنس عموما. كويس؟ طب تعالوا نشوف يبقى الفرق ايه؟ Because of the surface area. يبقى because the speed of chemical reaction increased by increasing the surface area exposed to the reaction زي ما قلنا. Number 3, speed of chemical reaction increased by increasing the surface area of the reactant exposed to the reaction. ليه؟ هنا بقى هنترجم ان exposed to reaction، لا هنترجمها اكتر بقى. ليه؟ يعني ايه surface area exposed؟ كل area فيها number of molecules. طب لما يبقى number of molecules exposed اعلى يبقى speed of chemical reaction اعلى، ده طبيعي. يبقى هنا السبب ايه؟ due to the increase in number of molecules of reactant exposed to the reaction. يبقى هنا increase in the surface area exposed to the reaction فسرناها اكتر بان increasing the number of molecules exposed to the reaction. Complete the following sentence. Iron rust is a dot chemical reaction while fireworks is a chemical reaction. طبعا iron rust هنقول عليه slow reaction وطبعا fireworks very fast reaction. At the end of the reaction نخلي بالنا at the end of the reaction concentration of reactant at the end of the reaction يعني معناها reaction حصل، يبقى reactants هيصبح ملهاش تقريبا وجود والا مش هينتهي الرياكشن، وبالتالي reactants نسبتها هتبقى ايه؟ 0%. طب والبرودكتس هتبقى اكتملت هتبقى 100%. طيب nitrogen pentoxide breaks up into nitrogen pentoxide ده اللي احنا عندنا N2O5. كلمة pentoxide يعني معناها 5 penta ده رقم لاتيني Latin numbers which is 5. يبقى N2O5 5 oxygen هيديني NO2 plus oxygen gas زي ما هنشوف مع حضراتكم دلوقتي اللي هو نيتروجين دايوكسيد واكسجين غاز. الاكسجين هنا O2 والنيتروجين dioxide NO2. During the reaction, the concentration of reactants dot gradually, while the concentration of resultants or products dot gradually. طبعا during reaction concentration reactants بتستهلك consumed, so it's going to be decreases or decrease gradually عشان reactants. طب والproducts or resultants طبعا increase gradually. The reaction of covalent bond is dot than the reaction of ionic bond. احنا شرحنا النقطة دي قبل كده. Ionic bond faster, so the covalent must be slower. طب ليه slower؟ لأن in the reaction of ionic compounds, the reaction takes place between ions, but in covalent, it takes place between molecules. So we have to break the bond first and to complete the reaction, and this is take much more time. Sodium chloride powder reacts dot than cube of sodium chloride. طبعا هنا السيرفيس اريا هي اللي بتتحكم. Sodium chloride, this powder, the surface area exposed to the reaction much more than sodium chloride cube. يبقى هنا sodium chloride powder reacts faster. The speed of chemical reaction due to the increase of temperature. Means increasing of temperature means giving the molecules energy. So when the molecules takes energy, the number of collisions between them increase. وطالما number of collisions increase يبقى طبيعي ان speed of chemical reactions increase. تمام؟ In the catalytic converter, ceramic cell covered with a thin layer of a metal. هنا على طول هنفكر في catalytic converter. يبقى thin layer of catalytic metal. Catalytic metal يعني لازم يبقى like a catalyst. احنا عندنا نوعين هنا platinum or palladium. Platinum or palladium. Magnesium plus 2HCl. باختصار المغنيسيوم much more reactive than hydrogen, so it's going to replace. طب لو حابين نعرف التايب of this reaction هنقول لك دي simple substitution لان هي طردت الهيدروجين وطلع بره وقعدت المغنيسيوم مكانه هيديني MgCl2 plus H2 زي ما حضرتك شايفين. Let's go to another type of questions. Choose the correct answer. At the beginning of reaction, the concentration of resultant is beginning يبقى reactants كلهم لسه موجودين 100% يبقى resultant 0%. احنا اتفقنا 100% reactant at the beginning 0% for product. أو بالعكس at the end بقى at the end 0% for the reactants and 100% for the product. Factors affect the rate of the reaction. Rate of reaction عندنا هنا 4 حاجات. نشوف temperature of the reaction طبعا effect will increase the temperature the speed increase. طب concentration of reactant الله برضه effect لأن when the concentration increase the speed increase. Nature of reactant also affect because if it's ionic or covalent. لو ionic تبقى much more faster. So all the previous answer is the right answer. The nature of reactant is related to nature of reactant قسمناها لحاجتين ايه هما؟ تعالوا نشوف. The kind of bonding اذا كانت ionic or covalent دي تنفع. Temperature it's not from the nature of reactant يبقى temperature هنا مرفوضة. Surface area this is from the nature of reactant. A and C طبعا هي الإجابة الصحيحة. The gas which evolves on adding hydrochloric acid iron freeze. باختصار كأني بقول لحضرتك ضيف الايرون which is Fe to hydrochloric acid which HCl. طب لو ضفنا الاثنين دول that much more active than that وبالتالي هيديني FeCl2 plus H2 gas. طبعا عشان تبقى balancing لازم نحط هنا 2. تمام؟ يبقى الإجابة بتاعتنا هتكون إيه؟ دلوقتي هنشوف. الجاز H2 gas. الجاز H2 gas. تمام. The substance which change the rate of reaction without itself being changed is known as. مين اللي بيعمل changing for the reaction or the speed of reaction without interfering in the reaction؟ طبعا أكيد ده الكاتاليست. أكيد هو الكاتاليست. That enzyme in sweet potato increases the rate of breaking up of hydrogen peroxide. طبعا hydrogen peroxide بنحط له لو حطينا له enzyme as a catalyst أو قطعة من السويت potatoes the speed of chemical reaction increase نتيجة وجود enzyme معين. Which one of these? Reductase, oxidase, lactase, and aminase. Actually الحاجة الوحيدة اللي علينا هي الأوكسيديز enzyme. Write the scientific term. Write the scientific term. the change in the concentration of reactant in a unit size. This is the definition for the speed of chemical reaction, of course. The compound which break up into ions during the chemical reaction. compounds اللي break up لازم تكون في البداية. في البداية عندنا اسمهم ايه؟ اسمهم reactants. تمام؟ It is composed of ceramic cell covered with a thin layer of catalytic metal as platinum or palladium. طبعا ده الكاتاليتيك converter اللي موجود في المودرن cars. طيب تعالوا نشوف some usage of sodium bicarbonate in our life. One of the most important substance we are dealing in our life with is the sodium bicarbonate. هناخد usage of sodium bicarbonate على طريقة give reasons. تخيل كده، هنتخيل قصة إن واحدة واقفة مثلا مع مامتها، مش كده؟ مامتها قالت لها طب قبل ما تيجي لو سمحتي خدي الفاكيوم كلينر أو المكنسة الكهرباء دي وكنسي الأوضة. فراحت جايبة some small amount of sodium bicarbonate وحطاهم في الفاكيوم كلينر باج، في الباج بتاعتها. الباج دي هي بتسحب التراب كله. So what is the reason? Actually, to get rid of the smell of dust that appears during cleaning. عشان تقلل موضوع الداستنج والسميلينج of dusting بتحط لها some small amount of sodium bicarbonate. ده بيقلل موضوع الداستنج والسميلينج also of dusting. تمام؟ طيب number 2 دخلت هي لقت الحوض بتاع المطبخ مش متسلك كويس. So برضه نفس المادة السحرية sodium bicarbonate and put some amount of sodium carbonate in the kitchen sink. تمام؟ وبعد ما حطيت وراها على طول amount of boiling water. اللي هيحصل ليه؟ Actually to make the drainage or the draining of the sink becomes faster. كأن احنا بنسلك الحوض بواسطة sodium bicarbonate plus hot water. دي حاجة very useful. طب تعالى بقى شمت ريحة في المطبخ ما عجبتهاش. هنقول عليها دلوقتي. خلينا نقول ان لو شمت ريحة ما عملتش هتيجي في الباسكت الجاربج باسكت وهتحط small amount برضه of sodium bicarbonate to get rid of the bad odor or bad smell of the garbage. طيب لقيت مامتها عايزه تعمل شويه مثلا زي فول او حاجه اللي هي الليجومس اللي هي البقوليات زي الفول والعدس. طيب يبقى soak the legumes. قالت لها لو سمحتي ممكن نعمل soaking، ننقع الليجومس in water and add small amount of sodium bicarbonate. ولكن الماده السحريه اللي معاها اللي مش هتقول لمامتها عليها sodium bicarbonate. ليه؟ To help decreasing the bloating that accompanies eating legumes. لأن بعض الناس لما بتحصل لها انتفاخات كتيرة نتيجة eating the legumes فالصوديوم بايكربونات بيعالج الموضوع ده واحنا بنعمل soaking أساسا بننقع وبالتالي بتقلل الانتفاخ بعد الأكل. That can some usage and that was the last part in our revision for today. I hope that you understand all what we've explained today to you, and I hope that you enjoy being with us in this small revision. And I'm wishing you a good luck and thank you. Goodbye.